Welcome into Prize Picks on 5 on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. I'm Ethan Skolnick. You can follow me at Ethan J. Skolnick and at 5 Reasons Sports. Follow our guys David Eversole at David W. Eversole and David Friedman at Taco Bout Sports. We've got the Heat and the Celtics, a game for basically first place in the Eastern Conference, although Philadelphia and Milwaukee are in that mix as well. We know there's no Caleb Martin tonight, but it does appear that all the other key guys for the Heat are available. For the Celtics, no Robert Williams for a couple of months, which is going to definitely hurt their defense. But it does appear that they're getting Tatum, Brown, and Horford back tonight. So let's start here. I'll go with you, Eversole. What are you seeing?
Well, I think Miami's going to come out with a pretty inspired performance. Boston's been playing really well lately, though. I believe they've won 6 out of 7. But like you said, this is a really important game in terms of playoff positioning. So I'm going to look for Kyle Lowry to kind of steer the ship a little bit more on offense. I'm taking him over 11.5 points. I think that's a pretty friendly number for him, especially if they take away some of the other guys. I think Lowry could benefit from that.
Yeah, I like that too. If you remember Kyle Lowry against Boston in the playoffs in the bubble a couple of years ago, he was he was averaging a lot more than 11.5 points. Before I go to Mr. Friedman here, I just do want to mention, use the code 5, F-I-V-E, to get your initial deposit matched at PrizePicks.com, which, of course, is our official fantasy sponsor on the 5 Reasons Sports Network. But use the code 5, F-I-V-E. You don't have to play all $100 at once if you deposit $100, but you can if you want to, and they will give you the $100 to spend, or just, put down 100 and spend 20 the first time. All right, Friedman, what are you seeing?
Keeping it real simple. So the whole Robert Williams thing, I like Bam on a lot of stuff tonight, but I went over half a double-double. I think he easily, obviously, he's going to get the points there. I could see him getting 10 rebounds, eyes closed,
Yeah, I'm with you, and actually that kind of leads to my Bam pick. I think there's a lot on the board for Bam tonight, and I'll tell you what, if he doesn't hit some of these numbers, there's going to be some concerns. My prize pick is Bam over 4.5 free throws. I would expect him to be more aggressive. If he's going to see Tyson Horford, he can attack both of those guys. I know he's been under that number. It says there 3 out of 5 times, which is something you can look up here on the app. But I think he goes over tonight, and I think if he doesn't, they've got a real problem. I want to see him get to the line 6, 7, 8 times tonight. On the Boston side, though, I do like the Horford prop at 8.5 points. I know one of you guys likes this as well. They will lean on him a little bit more. He's obviously has a lot of history playing against the Heat. He tends to show up pretty well in big games. I think 8.5. I think him getting double digits tonight is a fairly reasonable bet for him in this game. Anything else that you guys see?
Yeah, man, Horford's done that. I think both times against the Heat, he's gone over that this year. And that was, I think Robert Williams was in the lineup at least once. So this game, I kind of went a different direction. I like Mo Bamba in that game. No Wendell Carter tonight, and he's been getting a ton of rebounds. He's at 8.5 rebounds. I went over that. He's been killing it with that when Carter wasn't in the lineup, and he got back in last game. Rebounds weren't there. He's out tonight again, so kind of just going with the flow of it.
Okay, and Eversole?
Well, I like actually an interesting game to me is going to be the New Orleans Pelicans versus the Trailblazers, and CJ McCollum returning to the Portland. I think he's going to try to get up a lot of shots in that game. I always like the revenge game, so I took him over 23.5 points. I thought that line would be a little bit higher, maybe 24, 25. So I'm going to go with CJ over 23.5 points or 2.5 threes. You can play it either way with him.
Yeah, I think both of those seem fair. One interesting prop I saw on the board, I don't know if anybody would want to play it. Jimmy Butler, 0.5 3-pointers made. He's just coming off a 3-3 game. So you'd figure he'd go over. He's done that a little bit lately.
I heard they were yapping at him to start shooting more threes also. So I kind of
right. So, but I mean, he may shoot them. Whether he makes one is a whole nother matter. So I'm not sure. He may regress right back to the mean here. Yeah. He was shooting about 17% from 3 over a 3-month period. All right. Thanks to Mr. Eversole. Thanks to Mr. Freeman. Make sure you're using that code 5, F-I-V-E. Get your initial deposit matched at PrizePicks.